Listen. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Get that out of there.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Happy, what is this? I'm like, what day is this? Everything's a blur. Happy Friday to you. It's your boy, Matty-Rants, and we're here to talk about Candace Drag Race Season 5, Episode 5. Totally that 90s girl. It's not the title of the episode. It's like the one where they go to the 90s. Either way, girl group episode with a little bit of a grunge tease for the Runway. Very, very happy with the winner. But oh no, for who was eliminated at the same time, the lip sync. Oh, but we'll get to it today. I hope you're having a blessed day and not a stressed one. I appreciate you for choosing me to watch and talk about our favorite shows in the universe here on the, where am I going? On the Matty-Rants channel. All of my social media links, including my Patreon where I do reactions. This episode was just uploaded today along with my Cameo and merch and Paramount Plus affiliate program. If you want to get you a free week on me, all is in my about section if you want to check it out. As a reminder, getting into what we got to say today, and I do have a few opinions. This program is for entertainment purposes only, and content's not intended to malign any religion, race, gender, company, individual, rigs, and all opinions expressed by me are solely my personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every human being on the planet. Do not send hate to anybody that we talk about today or the shows or anybody mentioned on this program. And grab your libations and strap in. I'm a little bit of a talker. You actually won't be here that long, but don't post any suppose in the chat if you feel uncomfortable viewing this program because it's my tibia. And have yourself good old nasty good boots. If you did want to drop me a little tippy poo, please and thank you for your boy hosting with the most. And if you want to throw me a little bit of love for the holiday season, it is paypal.me/rants, Cash App $Matty-Rants, Venmo Matty-Rants. Not necessary for your participation today, but most certainly appreciated if you want to do something like that. I do want to do one thing real quick here. Just a moment, everybody. While we get things together, I'm going to let everybody get logged in. And we've had a little influx of subscribers. How is it going? I don't know if it's because you either want to yell at me or if you just want to enjoy the show and be a part of the live chats. But again, I appreciate everybody who is new here and those of you who have been here. I'm going to get to you in just a second. Maddie's got to do something muy importante. Super muy importante. Let's see here. Da, 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 da. This is the part where I get to do. This is the part, do. This is the part where everybody sees the change. It happened in the live chat. Now you know what is up. If you're not a subscriber, you cannot get in my butt. I'm just saying it is the rules of the game. Sorry, I would have lost this challenge possibly. No, I wouldn't have. I would have ate it up. But yeah, we have to protect the chat as well as myself and my mental sanity. And for certain people that I guess don't have anything better to do, we're here to have fun today. We're here to talk about the show at hand, which is Candace Drag Race, and any other show, especially when I do a live. These are long-winded conversations. I do go off topic sometimes. You will be okay. But maybe it's not for you, but it's certainly for the Rant Pack, and I appreciate my Rant Pack members for being here today. Yes, it is the holiday season, so happy holidays to you. There is a lot going on right now with Christmas being next week. A lot of people are celebrating, some are not. But Beyonce also will be performing, and a lot of folks are going to be gearing up for that. Jamar will not be here for Sunday's panel. He is traveling with family currently. I'm not quite sure with Dooley and Gabby. I got to check in with them. So we may do something different for Sunday, but it may still be a panel episode. It may be our first trial run of the Ramp Pack panel. We'll see. But I still plan on doing something for Sunday, so be on the lookout for that. Tomorrow will be Drag Race Down Under. I will have the House of Villains review put together as well coming up next week, especially for the holidays. I'll have a lot of videos posted. They'll more than likely not be lives, but they'll probably be edited. I may be live on Christmas Day. I may be live on Christmas Day. We'll see. I haven't decided yet because I actually do. I think I have plans all day, but we'll see here. I know today is game night and the boys are getting together. We have to get our Pokemon pocket decks together because we are going to, fight. I am the current reigning supreme in Pokemon TCG Pocket with my friend group. I have never lost a match between all of them. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna flex on that. And I'm also the reigning supreme in Munchkin. So I have to come in tonight a little bit on my flex game. Because the last time I saw them, which was about 2 weeks ago, I did beat the girls. So yes. I'm excited, but I'm also nervous. Ooh, and I need to practice Tekken as well. So yes, but we'll have a lot of videos coming out this weekend. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited for what is to come with this channel, especially with the new membership program we're going to do with the rant pack panels, and y'all going to have way more input in what we discuss on that. It'll be members only, and also some other shows I have planned for you too. Reminder, season 17 and Traders 3 starts in January, literally like the first week. So those two shows will be added to the roster. Season 17 comes out on Fridays. That means my reviews are on Saturdays, and the panel will be back weekly for the run of season 17. Mamu, not right now. They want to go outside because it's really nice outside, but we have to work today. So I'll have to let them outside a little bit later. You may hear them in the background. This is right around the time they want to have their own Zoomies. But anyways, yes, lots to come. Appreciate you for being here. I've done enough talking. Let's go ahead and get to the episode. First, initial thoughts before we start this up and go down the line. I am enjoying season 5. It is an excellent cast. Okay. There are certain things that I go, I would have judged that differently when it comes to the judges panel. However, I'm starting to see the chips fall into place, and I'm going, okay, I'm here for it. But this episode had me hot and cold only because I loved who won, hated who went home. And at the end of my reaction, I was just like, girl, I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel. How's that? I don't know how to feel this day. The editing this episode was wonderful, especially to go with the theme of the 90s. I was born late 80s. So I grew up in the 90s. A lot of this, all the references, all for me, very much for me, made me feel a little old because people didn't know what the thigh aerobics machine, they didn't know what that contraption was. And I was over here going, well, the one I remember my mama having was blue and red. That's the one I remember. And I also remember Suzanne Summers used to sell that shit too. So when they were like, what do we do with this? I'm over here like, what? The fax machine came out, babies didn't know. I was like, okay, hold on. Was it that long ago? And I'm like, dang, that was 30 plus years ago. I'm like, oh my God, yeah. Time is moving fast. But shout out to everybody that lived in that time frame and that understood and felt the references. I was here for the erasers being chewed on for some odd reason. But yeah, I enjoyed the episode. I just was like, well, damn. I don't get any more of this. Oh no, don't like that. Mama always brought it together. She always did. My mom had one of those. I used that. Maybe that's why my legs look the way they do. No, I was a track athlete, but either way, continuing on with this episode, and thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. Uma's makeup had to wipe off what was left on the board. There were some words that were considered colorful that Uma wasn't able to give. And when they did, we all had a laugh. Shout out to Michaela. We needed a little seasoning to get the out of there. But yes, it was, a run through of congratulations, Uma, for killing it in the lip sync. Don't underestimate the but also for Virgo, how you feeling that your daughter went home. Virgo feels that they now don't have a burden on them anymore. And I shouldn't say burden. That's bullshit. Sanjana was not a burden. They don't have to look out for their daughter. They can just focus on their game right now. And, for Virgo, I was like, bitch, I hate seeing her cry because I'm like, you don't do this often, do you? And not to say she's a bad crier, but I'm like, you don't cry. You definitely give. I'm gonna thug it out. I'm not supposed to be giving these girls my emotions. Fuck all that tease. So I felt this real pain, and I'm also missing Sangina right now. Can y'all chill the fuck out? Thank you. Oh, my cats are going nuts. Mama, you better get her. I saw that. I was, I felt for my sister. I was like, okay, come on, Verg. We're gonna get in there. But the episode starts with, I gotta do it for my daughter, and we will see what happens. Now, all of a sudden, we go from what was 1080 to 4:3, and I said, wait, why is green's gone? What's this intro was it. I totally got this reference with the blue and the color scheme here. It's giving me very much a food court beverage cup from back in the day. If you go into the mall, which I haven't been in a mall in so long. And I used to live in the mall. The intro was everything. Loved it. This here. I was like, ah. Oh, so we did something different. Oh, okay. I like that. Man, y'all can do this for all drag races. If you real that sounded so ignorant. Drag races. You can do this for all the franchises because, like, if they do like an episode that's based on Halloween or something spooky, why not do like a really like crazy intro or something like that? I don't know. I enjoyed it. I liked it. It felt very for VHS. I liked it. I like that. You can't tell me that they didn't already know that this was going to be based off of some 90s shit. The way they came in here and it was given Full House, no shade. Did y'all know ahead of time? You had to. I mean, you have the list of like challenges. In my spirit, you were aware of some sort of we're doing something past eras, whatever. I don't know. The way they came in, I was like, gave me that tease. I also enjoyed how they had their names set up with the titles. Do y'all hear them? Okay. Shout out to Minnie's body. Face. Minnie is a drag queen. I like Minnie. Minnie's a good time. I'm just concerned if she's gonna be playing a very nice. I don't know. I don't want. Why am I asking of her to be a bitch? I'm not. I'm afraid for her good nature to be taken advantage of. Boom. There we go. There it is. She seems so positive and not trying to be like drama that I'm afraid someone's going to play on that and then get her out. But I don't know. Minnie's good TV right now. I've been enjoying her. She's a little silly Billy. I like her. Stacy, this is a cute outfit. I was here for the denim this week. I'm not gonna lie. I love denim. But Stacey's giving. I was like, okay, come on, little scrunchy boot. Little scrunchy boot under the knee. A little scrunchy under the knee boot. Like the little pockets in the front is giving. The wig was right. It's sitting on top of her head correctly. I enjoyed it. The beat was here for it. I liked it. I did. Y'all, I hate that y'all can't hear them. I hate that y'all cannot hear these cats going in. That's Mamu. Oh my god, I hope you can hear him. Oh my god. But Mamu, this is why I got a second cat. This right here. This is why you got a second cat this moment, because he used to be bored. That little girl, keep him running. Anywho, their mini challenge was it. It's giving let's sell infomercial teas. Let's do that. He's okay. So he's a chirper and Mina's a talker. So he chirps. He's a chirp. He's a chirp kind of guy. And he's like that kind of stuff. He's almost like a bird. And Mina's like a round, round, round. And she just want to talk and all that stuff. So if he is chirping, that means he's hype. Hype, honey. Okay. Can't do all that. Yeah, Mamu is a chirper. He a little chirpy chirp, but Mina's I'm a talk to you. I swear she says Matthew. Anywho, this was cute. Love the challenge. Michaela, you made me feel old, sweetie. And I hated you for that. No, I love you, sister, but you made me feel old. She was like 90s baby. Help me. What is this? I said, now I know you 21, but bitch, hold up. Hold up. I said, you're giving iPads in school. That's what you're giving. You're giving I had an iPad in school teas, which I think is insane now to see. I don't know why that's wild to me, knowing I had like the biggest of computers and we'd had those assigned computers in computer room. Everybody who had the computer class knows what that room smelled like, because there's something about those PCs that are all on the back wall, honey, that are just hitting that with the heat and the smell of that old carpet and shit. And whoever is the teacher that just so happens to have that salt on their breath, I can't relate, Jazzy. I cannot relate, but that's a beautiful thing. Congratulations. I'm proud of you, young daughter. I'm proud of you. Keep being young, Jazz. Okay. You see how they be ageism in me. Ageism. Oh, I hated it. I was like, no, don't make me feel like this. Because I used to play with that. Like my mom would use it to work out, but I just played with it. That was me. Very that. Fax machine, knew all about it. As a matter of fact, one of my jobs that I had, first jobs I had when I worked in my dad's office, had to use those often. And I used to hate hearing those come in. Oh my God. Bitch, especially if you, okay, for the landline girlies, you know what I'm talking about with the fax machine. And you sometimes, if it's on the same number, which we learned, my dad was like, fuck all that, we're getting another line for the fax machine. Sometimes people had it on the same number and a fax would come in on certain lines, like, and do all that kind of shit. I was like, baby, couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. But I used to hate that shit. Or there was also dial-up too. That was also an issue. God, I'm old. Aniki, like legit, like not to say not only us two, because like, of course, if you were born in the 70s and the 60s and 50s or whatever, you'd know it as well. But like for us kids that grew up, like me born in between 80s and the 80 and 87, composition notebook, bitch. What? And my teachers would hate when we would turn that in because it wasn't school regulated at all. A composition notebook does not have the same amount of like lines, and it's so much smaller, and it's not, but it's so cute to use. And it would be terrible to tear out. They were never easy to tear out the book. So you'd be handing in your homework and it looks like someone ate your homework. It's just was not cute, but fuck that. I wanted the composition notebook because I saw it being used in a TV show and I knew that's what it was. A lot of us who went to school knew the tea. We'd watch certain shows. Once you saw it on there, it was the next day. Okay, that's us. That's us. I'm afraid I have to do it. Daria was one of my like influences going through like school when I was growing up. So I was very much whatever happened on that show, I was bringing to school. Same thing with like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Shit, Matt, come on. My So-Called Life. Get into it. Claire Danes in the early days. Oh yes, baby. Like don't get me started. Leonardo DiCaprio, before we found out he only wanted to stay around a certain age group, if you will. But yes, all of that jazz. Anywho, I know she loved this wig whenever she doing. Oh, I saw. Oh, wait a minute. I know she loved this little wig when she wants to pull on that mom character or that Susie homemaker character. To be very honest, and this is not to say that everybody looks alike, because that's bullshit, and I don't believe in that nonsense, and I ain't about that life. If I were to squint in a dark room and look at this photo and remove this backdrop, I would have said this is season 6. Fill in the blank. You're welcome. I don't know why. I could hear her voice. I didn't even know that was Minnie at one point in time. I was like, I don't know why this wig reminds me of somebody from season 6 with a wonky eyelash down. This whole ensemble, like, and that's why I preface it what I had to say, be very clear, because the girls like to read into things, but it was like, felt like she was talking to Lagun. They're all dudes. I can just hear it now. They're all dudes. Oh. Uma won the mini challenge because she was the only one that actually knew of the items. Not to say she wasn't the only one, but she was selling the fuck out of those items. Shout out to everybody that had an inflatable couch. I knew about that in college. I did go to college in the early 2000s. However, I had not a roommate, but a dorm mate that had the inflatable couch. It is the dumbest but funnest thing ever. She's comfortable for a few minutes. She's interesting initially when you sit on it, like, yay. And then it's comfortable for just a few minutes. At one point in time, it will stop being that. It will be no more of comfort. Just like an inflatable mattress, you're going to want a bed very soon. It's nice to have this for right now, so you're not laying on the floor catching whatever crawls on the ground. Yeah. But like, you know what that inflatable mattress is for. She is not meant for the year. She is meant for until you get the money for the mattress. It's until you get the bed frame. Okay. Until you get the right comforter for the set. No shade. Shout out to my babies with the air mattresses. Your boy know when you're starting off and you're trying to get your shit together. I get it. But let me tell you something. If you can find yourself a nice mattress, and I do mean go online and look, you don't have to go to a mattress firm. Get you something, sweetie. A good night's rest is the most important thing ever. I'm learning my sleep is really important right now. Y'all don't even understand. I've been getting a nice 8 hours lately, and I've been really living for it. The cats have not been waking me up. I don't know what's going on. I'm taking it. A bitch has not been waking up like, oh my God, I'm so tired. I'm like, you know what? I will have some coffee. And I'll continue my day. Yes, Uma God wins the mini challenge. Shout out to Umi. Shout out to Uma. But they're told that they're going to do girl groups. And Tracy Melshore then tells them to then get into groups and go. This is fucking funny. You want to know why? Because Michaela is hilarious. Michaela, you didn't want Xana in your group. Bitch, the back of your head has never moved so fast in its entirety of life on this earth. Do you understand me? Move out the way, like queen to come through. Like, whoo. You could play football, bitch. The way you juked her. Oh my God. Here, this is me. Shout out to, hey, Albert, hope you're doing well. I haven't seen you. I'll be back to check it tomorrow. Okay. We'll also be talking about Drag Race Down Under tomorrow, too. I'll be back probably the same time as today. The way she was looking for Virgo Queen and ran past Xana and completely hooked. This is like watching Wanted with Angelina Jolie and a bullet bending. I watched Michaela bend her body, very Keanu Reeves style, around Helena and grab the Virgo Queen. Like, we will not be on opposite teams again. And I quoted Michaela of Couture Landana. We will not be on opposite teams again. for the lip sync off. Oh no. It's funny. I love how Perla tried to balance the power. No, baby. They said no. We need to be on the same track because, mind you, they know that they're going to release the songs. So why not have two of possibly the best verses? Sanjana's not there to drop a little something on the beat. Trust, we know that would have been a key. Nah, I would like not there to be one verse per track that really choose. I'd like there to be multiple options on the same beat. However, that lady boomer fucking ranged all the way around over there, okay? Caught the Virgo queen. I'm over here cackling. Hey, Shay. Jaylene's over here like, well, I guess they're just picking teams right now. We'll just go with whoever. Same thing for Minnie. Let me tell you something. I have never seen you in my life. Look at this. Hold on. Let's come. Hold on. Me and you must never part. Like I swear to God, take me there. Silly Nanny. I refuse to. No, they were locked in. If they were doing duos, Michaela and Virgo Queen, do you understand what I'm saying? You need to hear me. If they were doing duos, the way that would have been like, falling off the bridge. We're jumping off this bridge together. I loved it. Leaving everybody else to figure it out. Because in reality, you got some people that can write a little something, but they, in my opinion, the room can feel they are the two powerhouses when it would come to this. Now, we then get to Perla sort of having to make a decision whether it's the other group or this group. I feel like Xana can fall into this one, feeling that, oh, they're probably going to be the better one. We're running with two big girls. This is what it's going to be. So Perla chooses this team. Now, you got Xana, you got Michaela, you got Perla, and you got the Virgo Queen. I have seen, and this is no shade to Xana, we have seen you perform already several times, not on beat. And you on my team would be a concern. I'm just going to be honest. Because Xana's, giving a little drama, a little TV, a little something here and there. She's providing her portion of the entertainment part of this show that I think is necessary. There has been a lot of talk about you giving it to give. And I'm like, it must be to certain songs that you just so happen to know. Because I'd be concerned. I know Perla can perform. Virgo, done. Michaela, done. But Xana, I was concerned for her. She does not have rhythm. It's wild to me because I would think she would. It really blows my mind because I was watching her and I'm like, damn, she is, even the flow of the rap is off. On top of the movement. It was, it blew my mind a little bit, but I was like, okay, I guess. Now, this other group, Jaylene, Minnie, Uma, Helena, Poison. Okay. I was concerned for Jaylene only because I know her verse wasn't going to be bad. I just know Mama likes to walk and spin. Minnie's going to be fine. Uma, we've seen look like a wild fucking thornberry on stage, and we lived, so I had no shade for her. I've heard Helena's verse before when we did her intros. She was going to be okay. What is the choreography giving? Let's go. I have to say this now because I feel it in my spirit. Helena Poison is actually one of my favorites this season. I swear I had a picture. There she go. She is one of my favorites this season. I have her on my board. Virgo's on my board. Michaela and Virgo there. I've been loving a lot of the girls this season, to be honest with you. No, she's on my board. Bitch, if you haven't heard me say it already, I'm a fan. 1, 2, I enjoy your commentary. Your confessionals have not been lacking, and you have amped it up a little bit. You're still a quiet thunder, but you have been reading lately. Even this episode, you said, you know what? I think we're past that point where we need to be congenial and do all this. No, we need to start talking about how we need to start saying how we feel. I was like, okay, bitch, okay. And she's also on that tip of, I'm just going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. And if it doesn't work out for me, oh, well, I put myself in that position. Even this week with how she ended up in the bottom, she's clocked in and said, I wanted to help Jaylene. That was my decision. She didn't put that on Jaylene or nothing. She said, no, that's what I wanted to do. That's what they called out. I was fine with what happened here. So, boop. Shay, when you watch the playback, I said the same thing. Like, not even playing. I said, now they knew they had a 90s episode coming. So I'm not even going to, there was no lies here. Shout out to everybody that had one of these. Mine was in purple. I had a Casio CD player that was purple and orange and silver. And it was supposed to be like for dual shock. So if you dropped it, it wouldn't skip or anything. Shout out to everybody that remembers these headphones and how horrible they are compared to us now having like some beats. You know what I'm saying? It's like we are. Y'all don't know, my Gen Z babies, unless you've already had some put on your head because you went to school and someone like showed you like a video on a VHS with a big old fucking TV where the static makes that noise and shit. But like, y'all don't know. Mine was purple, orange, and silver. My mom had to buy like several of them because we kept on like breaking them. And then at one point we just got whatever was available. So there was like the all black ones. That was like, oh, then there was like the Walkman ones because there's like Walkmans, there was the Casios, there was the Sonys, there was like a couple of different brands you could get, but you were looking for the best headphones. And I'll be real with you, those headphones they got were the worst ones you can get. They used to come with ones that had like these cushion things, like not even like this, like we had these back then too, but they were not as complex. It's just there were other ones you could get that were smaller that had those cushions too. They were everything. But yes, I remember, and shout out to everybody that remembers this, when that battery sign would come on and you had to change the batteries, baby, and you didn't have it with you and you're on a trip or something, oh my God, or you're at school and you're like in this moment and you realize like you're running out of juice. I used to hate. I love now we can just charge things up and just run and do what we got to do with these rechargeable batteries. But back then, the need for a double A, a double A, a double A. Let's clock it. Triple A's were really not that girl back then. No T. They really were not. I've seen Triple A's come into their new state with these TV remotes that want to be thin and shit. But like, it was really about the double A's back then. It still kind of is now, but who really be hitting the batteries? If you had a boombox, she was a D girl. Down. A boombox was a D. The smaller little ones needed the C's. And those were the ones that was like, okay, bitch, can I find this today? Them D's, baby, were so big. Now, I don't want to give nobody no ideas, but I come from a time frame when kids were really bad and would put batteries in socks, bitch. Yes, girl. And D's in particular. Heavy as fuck. Heavy as fuck. I used to hate them. Hate them. Oh, especially if you were trying to put them in and they drop on your foot and shit. Hate them all. But I loved this episode because it did bring me back to my youth. It brought me back to my school days and a lot of the things I remember and my first loves and I guess where we are today as folks. So if you never got to experience the 90s, honey, it was a time. It was a time, girl. A lot of your favorites now that you see who are current artists, all of the people who are now their legends came out of the 90s, boo. So it's wild. But yes, shout out to Drag Race for this one. I was like, okay, this is cute. And again, Helena Points is one of my favorites. Moving past this, getting to working on the songs. Our guest judge, a legend in house music, Simone Denny, is there to help them with the tracks. They're also going to be a part of the songs, but they're also going to be the guest judge this week. And honestly, I loved all of her takes and, thoughts on everyone's performances and how they could improve and how helpful she was, and very that girl. So I lived and breathed for it. And I also loved how the second group clearly had people who are in my age group that would have known about her because her music was really popping during the 90s and shit. So it's like, but like, I don't know. To me, that touched my spirit because I was just like, okay, thank you, Uma, for being on the show, and Jaylene and others who are like at least in your 30s and shit and could know something about the 90s, because it made me feel a little, not to say like out of place. I was just like, oh, not these girls don't know, have no clue what's going on. But it's, again, times this and the other. That's life. Imagine 20 years from now, Matthew. Oh my God. But no, I just thought this was a fun scene, and it was nice to see everybody lay down on the track. There were a couple queens like Virgo and Michaela that just went and just did what needed to be done. I like Perla's take. I liked Uma's take a lot. Minnie's was interesting. It came out in the final cut. Jaylene, I was a little concerned for, but then Xana, when they did Xana's part, that was okay. Oh, Xana got up there, and I was like, so is that for a song, or are you just talking? Like, I so like, I was trying to imagine music in the background, and it was like, I went into the refrigerator and got a loaf of bread. I stopped at the store and I got mailed off the box that was in my hands, the hands that were in my feet, the feet that were in my hands. These are the words I'm saying, words. It's not what she said, but I'm just giving you my take on it. It felt like she was just saying a whole lot of shit. And I was like, what the fuck? Can we get into this computer? Shout out to everybody that knows about that. That I know all about that old Mac computer. Know all about her. I was like, this is too much. Oh my God. The static that would be on the screen. Sometimes you get shocked by it too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was. I knew who was going to be in trouble this week from sort of the way that this episode went down a little bit. But yeah, it is what it is. Choreography. It was wild to see Mama over here dressed like she about to throw her whole puss out there, Miss Thang, and gave a whole lot of, oh, absolutely not. It was giving me Bringing Down the House, sitting at the dinner table, and all of a sudden, it reminds me of a song that my mother used to sing. It was not good. We didn't have the Macs in the different colors. Like, I wanted those. I used to have to use those in our like school library. My dad had Dell computers because my dad was one of those people who used the computers from his office and would bring them home and then give us the computers that weren't being used. So as kids, we had Compacts, Dells, and like Toshibas were our computer choices. Like, as a laptop, we had a Toshiba. That we all had the work computers that he basically gave for us. Same thing with Dell and same thing for Compaq. So we as kids got lucky. We got very, very lucky. Now, HP used to be my girl too. I used to love my HP, my Hewlett Packard computer. But yeah, I had a Toshiba that lasted forever. Me and my sister had one. Both of us had different ones, and they lasted forever. Jaquisha, did you get my message back on Patreon? I apologize. I never, and I have notifications up on my Patreon. They don't let me know when I get direct messages, like not even the chat that we're in. And I have it on my list of Patreon things like notifications for do. I never know when I get a message in there. So please forgive me. I just saw you were asking about where you can mail a Christmas present to. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. But yes, the P.O. box is open and available. So yay. Yeah, but this group, oh, by the way, hey, y'all, I've just been talking. Not me staying on topic. a little bit most of the time. Thank you for tuning in. It's your boy Matty-Rants. I'm talking about Canada's Drag Race Season 5, Episode 5, the one about the 90s. Here, I do appreciate you for tuning in. Please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this Rampack family. If you're watching this in the playback, what's up? I hope you're doing well and feeling blessed and not stressed. And if you're watching this in live right now, hey, thank you for being here, part of these live chats and equations and persuasions. What just fell? And which one of you was it? My children are playing aggressively in the background here, so if you hear any loud noises, that is a Mamu of Chan and a Mina of a Ko acting the fool in the background right now. If you did want to drop a little tippy poo in my jar for the Christmas holiday spirit, it's paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App @SimonRants, and Venmo MattyRants. Shout out to Homogenic. I appreciate the super chat. Showing some support for this great year. I'll catch the playback due to time, but I wanted to give a little treat, though it's not much for my third world currency. Listen, whatever currency it's coming from, third world, second world, first world, not world, but I appreciate you so very much, Homogenic. You know you're one of my favorites, so thank you, baby, for the tippy poo and the super chat. I appreciate you. Down, Judy Brown. Downtown Judy Brown is what I meant to say. Mm-hmm. I wasn't expecting anything out of this group as far as choreography was concerned. Continue. I knew Jaylene was going home right here. And I was mad. She has been, and not to say that she's controlling these conversations, but she is very much a presence in her voice, in her words, in what she feels and how she means everything. That's experience and time. And someone who knows who the fuck they are that's having these conversations. I respect the hell out of Jaylene time. I knew she's going home. I said, oh no, they can't let you have the mic like this every episode. The other episodes, I knew you weren't out the door because you were with the right company. I saw the group that you were in this week and what theme they gave you. I did not trust the choreographer. No shade. Conversation about sobriety was very important. And it expands across generations in this room, in different backgrounds and walks of life, from Perla to Helena and to Xana. And, you know, I have been a little tough on Miss Xanadu, but I want to say this about her before I continue, because, again, I watch a TV show and talk about them on the TV. I don't know them in their personal life, so I don't mean nothing that I say if I ever were to see them in person. I've dragged you on a TV show, but that's the TV show, not who you are right now, right? So Xana is really multifaceted. And it's very interesting now you really try to portray bitch the way that you do. And then we get in these moments when we're getting our beat on, and all of a sudden now you can relate to damn near every conversation. And I'm not saying that that's fake. What I'm saying is that you allow us to see some sides of you that are not only relatable, but likable, because it feels like you have let down this wall, but you only do it here. And I'm recognizing that. This is also wild because it's that Mexican, this. And I said this in my reaction where I was like, isn't it interesting that these two people on the second episode had a full fucking breakdown, a full on, I don't know my identity, I don't know who I am as a person, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm handing you something that's personal to me. And I hope it brings you closer to who you are and your roots, to now then lip sync against each other. I thought that was wild, but I'm also like, I'm not mad at that. It's TV, but it's like, oh my God, you were already subscribed. Y'all, I need you to understand something. I have this set up, and this is for everybody in the live chat that just saw that, right? I have this set up to where you cannot speak on this at all unless you are subscribed to the channel for more than 2 hours. I need you to understand, I have people, or a person who's very sad, who has been harassing me for the past couple of weeks now, that makes new screening up and creates new accounts, that will legit now, just to say something to me, just to talk about my cats. He's brought up my personal life, my family. It's getting me a little sick. That actually will subscribe, then unsubscribe, to then resubscribe, just to say something nasty and negative. I just need that to be aware and to be recognized that, again, this is why we're doing subscriber only. And it's important for this chat, whether you came in with bots or not. It's none of my business. I just would ask that for everybody else in the chat, I do apologize for that behavior. I know I'm not that person, but I hate that that has something that has grown from this group of people, and that I have allowed someone like that into our midst of, all the love and all the laughs that we like to do here, because it's not a part of that. So I, again, apologize for that, because that is sick, if you will. So let's continue on with the episode. I appreciate y'all again for being a part of this equation and everything else. And honestly, it's been a lot of love these past couple of weeks, and that's what we want to focus on, right? So back to this conversation again with Xana. I like that she's opening herself up, and I love that we get these sides of her, because she does try to give like this bitchy character for the majority of the show, and to me it feels more forced and actually like real. However, it just is wild that we do that ebb and flow with her, and I don't know, that's why I can't be mad at her when Dooley wants to go in. I'm like, well, yeah, but at the same time, it's like I can see her trying to be this person, and then I can see her actually giving us a little bit of a equation, if you will, as to who this baby is. Like I get so conflicted with her, because I'm like, oh, so relatable, and I'm like, oh, I feel for her, and then it's like, oh, here she goes being a see you next Tuesday, but not a fun one. It's interesting. It's just very interesting to watch this go down. Michaela, you better than me. And I love you. I know you young baby and all that kind of shit. I get it. Girl, who is the drag queen that blames you for that shit that went down? And God bless you for not putting their name out there, because people could view that as messy. I wouldn't take that as that. I wouldn't have taken that as messy at all. I want to know who shames you. Because I'm over here like, I'm sorry, you were being essayed in the bar and they blamed you for that? And then I'm going, this is before you got on the show, and I'm thinking of forgive me for being big brother here. That's how I operate with some of my babies I love. Shout out to McKay. How old are you? And I'm going, what? And then that person said it was no. This is still someone who just got to, I'm about to be big girl. No shade to my 21-year-olds in my early 20s. When you'll know what I'm talking about when you get up there. You'll figure it out. You'll see. Everybody in their 30s can speak on my behalf here. 40s, 50s, 60s, and up. Y'all can all speak on that. I ain't bullshitting. No shade to you girls in the 20s. You'll get it. There is a point, even when I feel like when I'm on dating apps, where I refuse to go past a certain number, and I'm more so feeling like I'd be a mentor and a big brother, if you will, than anything else. Because I also remember me at 21 and who was trying to get my attention at 21 and who was trying to take advantage of me at 21. Because there is still taking advantage of people at 20. It's still there, still available. You better than me. You're better than me, because I want to know. I want to know names. I want to look them up, because I'm over here like, I need to know who this bitch is, because they don't need to be working with nobody. They don't need to be in situations where they're a part of a show or a part of any program where they have people who are trying to get their start and do their geesh in drag. And then situations like that happen, and it's not a unit of protection. I also pray that whoever did that to you, they've been apologized, if you will, and y'all have moved past that situation and gone forward with that, and that person has never spoken some bullshit like that again, because we should always be protecting each other in situations like that. That's not cool. That's not okay. You don't know what could have happened to her. That could have gone into something way worse. So I think it is wild to me that people are still like that and still blaming folks for situations like that. But yeah, not especially in a working environment, like not safe. So Michaela, you have my heart, but shout out to everybody here on the show, but also in my chat who is sober. That journey is really tough for some of us. Trust and believe. Y'all see me go up and down with my own with Mary Joanne. So if you will, trust me, I receive it, I get it, and it's a blessing and it's amazing to see that journey. That's some real willpower, if you will. Brooklyn Heights looks fabulous. I would have had a corset underneath this bitch. Down, not bare chesty, but Brooklyn can pull it. But this outfit was cute, boo. And that wig, the wig, the wig. Brooklyn. I love a nasty, good old falling me over bang. It's so good. So good. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Tracy looks good. People were lusty for Brad. I was like, okay, that's for y'all. I was like, okay, look, they're coming with these outfits for the 90s theme. I'm here for it. It was a cute panel. And of course, we got our guest judge here, Simone Denny. Let's get to the girl groups. I'm just going to surmise it all up for you. We're not going to go one by one and take too long for this, shall we? Jaylene was under energy. Verse was fine and it was cool, but it was more, and whoo. And she was a little under the beat sometimes, came back in a little bit off a little bit there, but it was a little not matching the energy that was needed for the performance, especially for how cutesy they try to play this up, right? Minnie's was fine. I'm glad they got the voice together. I wasn't mad about it. Minnie's was fine. I was like, okay, I'm all right with it. I'm all right with it. Helena actually had one of the best verses, in my opinion. I didn't think they were as bad as how the judges gave them. And I'm just being honest with you. I didn't see Helena in the bottom. And I wasn't mad at it. We may disagree on that, but I personally wasn't. I was like, her rap was actually cute. And just because she was working with Jaylene, like, huh? So Uma putting them together is the reason why they're in the. I'm so confused. I just didn't agree with that. Uma's verse was great. I loved her delivery, pacing with it, all of that. It was very much in her wheelhouse, wasn't overdone, did the job, assignment met, enjoyed it. So I felt in the group, Uma, Helena, Minnie, and then Jaylene, if we're going to rank it. To the second group, I think Xana would have done well or have been safe if they were in the other group. I know she wants to be a baddie shot o'clock, but I think it's just not for Natalie's network. I'm afraid not. Girl, you were off. Love you, Shishi. I hope you feel better, baby. I have never seen someone run after the beat before in my life. And that's what it looked like. It looked like you were chasing the count. Like you wanted to be on it, but you were always behind it. And it was never in front. You were never a step ahead. You were always a beat behind. It was crazy. This group, everyone's making it through. Everyone is getting to ride the bus. They're going to go to the club and do absolutely nothing but stank it up. Okay. Sure enough, sweat down, all kinds of what's that? It's going to be all of that. Okay. It's going to be real musty. Okay. Everybody in there, Michaela, Virgo, Perla, they going to be musty on that bus. Xana's not going to make it to the next city. I'm afraid not. She was already in a bunk bed for the last city. They didn't give her her own room. She didn't get a chain. It's just, if you will. Okay. All right. And I don't dislike Xana. I just Oh, it was just not. No. Oh, can we talk about that? This is when I knew you were bottom two. The Kelly. Okay, let's be very clear here. Michelle Williams eats and chews the fuck down. Let's clock back in. That lady fell a few times, which a lot of artists have done before. And yes, Michelle is not the best dancer, but I bet you this Xana, she'd been on beat for this performance. I bet you she would have hit that choreography that y'all got perfectly fine. Wouldn't have been hard, but she would have hit it. And the fact that you said Kelly and not Michelle, I said, oh, so you don't even know who Destiny's Child is. Okay. She front. I was like, oh, that's giving me front. That's giving me front. The Kelly of the group, if you will. Kelly of all people. Kelly Calandria Rowland. Oh, Calandria. Of all people, I need y'all to go look at some early videos of Destiny's Child because Beyonce worked on her voice getting better. I need y'all to know this. Beyonce's voice was not always the powerhouse that it was. She was literally learning her craft through the years. That's why we take Beyonce so damn seriously. And if you've ever noticed vocally why she sounds so different from Destiny's Child than she does for going into her solo years, right? Okay, so stay focused with me. We're still on topic. Kelly used to, still does, but when I say back in the day, Kelly sang. Like there is a performance, a gospel song that they did. It's thank you, Lord, hallelujah. You've been so good to me. Anywho, it's on one of the Destiny's Child songs. You could hear Kelly in the background in the amen part. Oh, she ate that up, ate it up. It's that amen, amen. And then it's Kelly going, man. Like, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Like, Michelle could sing her ass off too. Kelly can sing. All right. Beyonce can sing her ass down. And the girls don't try to give her any coots because they try to think of DC days. Baby, I need you to go listen to and watch some of these vocal coaches watch Beyonce sing songs live and go through her vocal run range. It's disgusting. She is quite the acrobat, if you will, of doing vibrato into solid notes, into other things, key changes down. So, like, as much as you want to say, I like someone and how they sound, that's fine. But you want to talk about talent, some people sound nice. Some people are really good at what they do, though. But some people just sound nice. But that Kelly comment, who was it that was like the Kelly? Who was it that was it Perla or who was it next to her that was like trying to help her out with the? I'm sorry, the who? Oh, that part. Oh my goodness. I hope Dooley is ready Sunday because if it's just me and Dooley on Sunday, it's gonna be funny. Oh, that was Minnie. That was Minnie that said that. Not Minnie being like, girl, wait, who? Come on, Minnie. Oh, Michaela, you ate the fuck out of this performance as I knew you would. Slayed it. This thing, when is the EP coming out? I'm buying, I'm purchasing. I'm waiting for her music to drop. Couture has not missed a sample or a beat at all on this show. I don't think. I don't think any of the Coutures have missed on the show at all when it comes to the girl groups, or at least performing. I don't know, bitch, but yeah, Michaela was really giving me what I needed and then some. Thank you, Jesus. I praise you, Father. Thank you for Michaela Couture. Hallelujah. Perla, guess what? I wish you dressed for your lyrics a little bit more, but I enjoyed a bit of the performance. You even did that weird backfalling thing where it seems like you want to die, but you're like, nah, I changed my mind. Yeah, I enjoyed that too. Um, yes, for the band Two Knots. Yes, for the band Two Knots. Yes, for the band Two Knots. Yes for the band 2 knots. Right? Virgo 8 down, okay? Yes for the band 2 knots. I also got like the Matrix tease and vibe from this too. It was giving me a little Jada Pinkett Smith in there. I was like, okay, work, work. I was feeling it, giving me the second one down. There's no Tato, there's like absolutely no reason to. Like, this is, we're watching someone literally have an episode in front of us, like through the comment section, who waits until I go live every time. Like, this is, it's pretty sad. I know that room is dark. Anywho, I like the second group a lot better, but I will say that overall, I enjoyed the songs and the vibe of the 90s performance and this, that, and the other. So I was here for it. Category is for the Runway, Grunge, and Glamour. If you want to vote on these and give your opinions to the live chat, 1, 2s, and 3s are acceptable. If you like and love the outfit, it is 1. If you sort of are okay with everything, it's 2. 3, if it's a chop. 3, if it's a chop. I thank you so much for being here today. Do me a favor, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this Rant Pack family. We are dealing with some harassment in these live chats here, and I apologize for that happening. But just know that for those of you who are participating in the live chat today, loving your commentary, loving you engaging with the show and talking about said show and really vibing with this conversation. So thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of this today. And as well as my, I guess, sadly mentally disturbed person who needs to do and say some weird things, you bring engagement to my channel, and that is the opposite of what you're trying to do, stupid. So continue, I guess, even though I think what you're doing deserves a little bit of help and love, and I hope you get it though, because this is pathetic. First up is the Virgo Queen. What do you give this outfit? Because I liked it. I liked it. Yeah, I've been having to block people, Tito. I've had to block 2 accounts, and I have it set up for 2 hours max that you'd have to be subscribed to say anything. So you're telling me that you made accounts up in advance. I'm just saying, you made it up in advance just to have this today. So that's where we're at. Virgo Queen here. This was fire. I loved it. Yeah, I'm just blocking it quickly. So I did flash it so y'all could know, like, these people are real. It's really weird right now. I like this. I wish the jeans fit a little bit differently, if you will. That's just my one thing. One thing. One thing. One thing. One thing. But like this here is great. Love it down. Love it down. It's giving what it needs to give. I thought it was great. And it's like the same name, so that lets me know that you're jealous. Oh, honey, I can't be ugly. Not for you, boo. A little bit. Either want like a little tighter or like a flare situation, ship a little Jinko jeans tees, weird cake, but like yeah, but I still like it. I still like the idea behind it. I thought it was cute. I was here for it, wig and all. I thought she was giving. It's a 1 for me. Perla, I just want you to know this shot is my favorite thing on the planet. When I was getting these screen grabs, bitch, I went back to this so many times. The way you came out. Ooh-wee. Like, ooh-wee. I said, oh shit. I said, all right. This alone. I'm like, we don't even need to look at the rest of the outfit. This is giving. She's that girl for me. I've seen some things that are like very similar in this reference for that like cut and like a pasty showing, but it's her presentation that just does it for me. honestly, it just really does it for me. I love that little bang. Oh, it's all right with God. Yeah, Perla's that girl. I like her. That's a Virgo in Perla. Way to start the off. Very good. Very good. It's the one for me for sure. Xana, this is my favorite look you've done this season. It's my favorite look you've done this season. Now, I'm going to be real with you. You said Sarah Michelle Gellar. And I'm like, okay, however, comma. This reads more of the original movie interpretation, in my personal opinion, of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, borderline Tiffany from Bride of Chucky. Still, I know the reference from Sarah Michelle Gellar because I watched the show. I'm a big Buffy stan, so I'm with you there. When you hit the front, I thought Tiffany immediately. Then you said, okay, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm like, all right. But then I'm going into Sarah Michelle Gellar, and I'm like, maybe it's because she's blonde, and that's what's taking me out of Sarah Michelle. Because Sarah Michelle, maybe I'm being really a particular little stickler about this because I love that show so much. Such a big fan of Sarah. Her color was not that blonde, so it took me to Tiffany Valentine versus Sarah. That's not me dragging you. That's me just saying, when you gave that reference, it took me like, wait a minute, but hold on, but yes, and hold on, and yeah. So in my mind, I was thinking more of the original movie versus Sarah Michelle Gellar's version of it, because I was like, did she wear that dress? I don't know. I was like, yeah, the jacket for sure. But, and then it was the blade too, and I'm thinking, what about the stake? It was a knife. It was a beautiful knife. It was bedazzled down. But I was like, hold on, I need a stake. If you killing vampires and you're supposed to be Buffy, why you have a knife? That's Tiffany. So yes, I was a little confused, but I thought this is still my favorite look that she's done. I thought it was nice. I was like, that's a knife. It's not a stake. I was like, how's this Buffy? I'm so confused. Oh, it was still, I thought the jacket was well done. I do like the look itself. I kind of wish the hair was a little bit different again if she was going to do the Sarah. I'm just being a stickler. But I think it's her best look so far this season. I did enjoy the reference, so I know what she was doing. The jacket is fire. Yeah. But just me being a little stickler. A little bit of a stickler. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this Rant Pack family. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate you so much for being here today. If you want to drop a tippy poo in my jar, please and thank you. From my busted mug to you, it is paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, and Venmo Matty-Rants. Thank you. Me and my ugly cat. We want to thank you so very much. Michaela Couture is next. This is every fucking thing. This is everything. Solidified the win. Solidified the win. Solidified it. Oh. Solidified it. Loved it. Down. I love that there was like 4 pairs of jeans on this. The gold, full bit. Ooh, y'all arguing about it in the chat. I'm not taking place in that. I enjoyed this. It ends there for me. Loved it. She's a what? But however you feel is however you feel. But I'm enjoying where I'm at with it. It was great. Good for the gander, good for the goose, if you like it for me. And the judges seemed to feel it was. So yeah. It's okay. Everybody gonna like everything. But I'm just like, I'm not changing my opinion, and neither are they, and neither are we. So we're all okay with this, right? Great. Moving forward. But no, this is cool. I liked it. I thought it was a great outfit. Minnie Wang. I didn't know where this was gonna go, or what this was gonna. I didn't know what this was supposed to be at first. I was very confused. She's like, I've got this black cow thing going. I'm like, I thought she was gonna start singing, sail away, sail away, sail away, sail away. Like, what is happening? What's going on? And then we do a reveal, and I'm like, oh, okay. A Yu Yu Hakusho. Oh, stop it. I can see her doing this though, and boom, got that finger beam. It's cool. It's a two for me because I didn't think the Cape Cow moment was even necessary or needed. I was like, you could have came out in this, but I would have been like, all right, men. I kind of like this for the one with the way it was introduced. I'm giving it a 2. But when it came out, I was like, you didn't need the coat. You could have just came out and just served in this look. I would have been here for it. Personally. But yeah. I would love to answer this question without being attacked. If this is for me or if this is for the group, because I'm not quite sure what this is. Does it have to do with the show or is this something personal? Because we are trying to talk about the show right now. So if you want to say what you want to say, you can say whatever, but just realize if you say something out of pocket, you may have people who don't agree with you. I hope you don't take that as an attack, but I'd love to hear what you have to say. Past Minnie, though, and moving on to the next queen. Oh my God. Okay, so it is not on topic. Understand. I see you want to get something off your chest. Okay, we will get there at the end of the episode. Oh my God is next. How do y'all feel about this? 1, 2, or 3? Not 4. um, I get Courtney Love. I understand that. I think for me, my disconnect for this is the color. I just don't like the color. Like, even if this is on the category, I just don't like the color. I don't like the color. I hate this color. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I don't know, man, but it does feel very grunge for me. I can totally see her going somewhere initially looking like this, and then when she leaves, she definitely has got it stained for fuck filth. I don't know, but what in the Nickelodeon slime time? Oh man, take me back there, Joel. That's funny. I just don't like the dress color. Like, I feel like Uma would know, like, this is totally the theme, but like, I just don't like this color. I got the same dress on cleaning the house right potato. It do give me, I'm gonna run to the mailbox. This is my I'm not leaving the front yard outfit. I'm very at home. There is a DoorDash delivery outside. Leave it at the front. I'm watching my movies today. Oh, we love those days. I love those days. Not my favorite thing that was worn, but hey. Helena Poison. I'm here for the butterfly clips. I'm here for the yin yang ring that you got out of one of those 25 cents machines out of Fuddruckers or wherever you go get your food, and they have those little coin operated machines for stickers and stuff. I think this is cool, very Vivienne Westwood inspired. I'm okay with it. I think I love the accessories the most about this, and the outfit's okay, but I think I love how she styled this more than anything. Bitch, that yin yang ring, oh, Helena, my spirit is with you. Like, I had that ring. I had it. I used to pay the 50 cents to get it from the damn machine when I used to go to the little restaurants with my family. Like, it's nice. It's just nice. But her makeup is once again wonderful. I love those butterfly clips in the hair. She's a key. Jaylene Time. I still don't have her name from my reaction. Oh my God. Come on, Bat. I really didn't want to have to look her up. That really pisses me off. Why can't I get her name right? Change to the room. Change. Oh, come on, Matt. No, I don't even. Stevie Nicks. Oh, I would have screamed. So I was, during my reaction, when she came out, I had Fleetwood Mac in my mouth. And I kept saying to myself, I couldn't get her name, but I was like, if Stevie Nicks like decided to like go into a completely different genre, feel like she took a left turn one day and like life changed for her, and it was this, that, and the other. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that is what I was getting from Jaylene's look. I swear to God, in my reaction, I was like, I can't think of Stevie's name. Oh, I even got to American Horror Story Coven, y'all. It was like, what was Misty's favorite singer? Oh God, the brain fart. I could get Fleetwood Mac. I could do the songs. I could sing everything. I just could not think of her name. Anywho, I'm just saying, if Stevie Nicks in the 90s decided to do a career change, this is what I would imagine her looking like, if to be honest with you. And that's not a bad thing because I like Stevie Nicks. But God bless Jaylene. I thought her mug was great. I thought she looked like girl. She looked like Emma Roberts in that one movie where they're like pretending to be a family. And if you remember, she was like on the streets, like buying like stuff or whatever. And that one dude came to save her and shit. And she ends up having to pretend to be the family and whatever and all that kind of jazz with Jennifer Aniston and that one guy whose name I can't remember because he's like in movies, but he's not that big of a deal. That is who she reminds me of. She reminds me of Emma Roberts in that movie, and she grew up and she stayed the same character. Oh, okay. I'll take a new age grunge Sanderson sister too. I'll say this is like if Disney was really woke. Oh my God, I hated that coming out of my mouth. RV, thank you, Farnsworth. It's on Comedy Central and I watch it, but I never tried to know the movie's name. I just know that Jennifer Aniston's in it and it's giving me that she'll take a check. Very that. But yes, love Jaylene. This look had me like, tops and bottoms. The Virgo Queen, Michaela Couture, and Perla are in the top, all from the same group. The bottom three is Helena, Jaylene, and Xana. Xana because she had no rhythm, Jaylene and Helena because I guess they helped each other and their outfits were up to da 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 da. I don't know. I kind of didn't want to see Helena in the bottom, but I was like, I get it. It is what it is. Michaela wins this episode. Love you, McKay. I'm very happy Michaela won. I'm glad my sister finally got a W on the board. She's been very much serving, and then some. This last week was a little bit tough Tuesdays, but like, thank you. Give my bitch a fucking W. Give her some money now. Give it now. But we got Jaylene, Xana, laying in the bottom. So I was like, okay, where are we going with this? Now, when we get to Untucked, okay. I'm gonna tell you what I heard because I had to watch that back leg. She kind of, the way it was worded, in a sense, gave a feeling of her not being in the top versus saying it's between either of you two. Because the difference would have been, and this is where, and I get, like, I would be frustrated if I saw someone dressed like Uma having an opinion about who was in the top or the bottom. Dressed like that, knowing damn well they're back there because their verse 8 chewed and spit, but what they're wearing is low-key ready for a bed to be put on. Just sheets, okay? No shade. But like the way you worded it was as if she was not a part of the initial thought of being in the top. You were more focused on Virgo and one of your people, and then the other one, but possibly Michaela, which would then leave Michaela to be in the bottom. And I think it's how Uma was saying it, and she almost got jumbled in her words a little bit. I don't know if the intention wasn't to make it seem like that for Michaela, but I think for Michaela and for her sake, in my defense for her, in thinking about this, it's like, so how would you not think that she would have been one person to obviously take this initially, not even on a if or situation? And I think that's where it was coming from. Now, I don't know about the bottom. I didn't hear her say that. That's why I was like, I don't know if she said bottom, Michaela. I felt like she just didn't give. I'm really trying to think of this conversation again because I watched it back a few times. I was like, she did kind of stumble over her words a little bit when she was giving her coots. I don't think she said bottom. It was more so who she thought was going to be in the top. She just didn't include you in the conversation as a initial thought, more so you're an if or maybe girl. And maybe that's where the, oh, bitch, you tried it, if you will. But the bottom bit, I was like, And for me, I feel, in no shade to Xana, Michaela turned to you talking about, am I hearing things? This didn't help. You heard exactly what we said. You heard exactly what was said. I don't think this helped. No, Jazzy, you are correct in this. That's why when I heard the other names being given, I was like, over Michaela? And so yes, there is a little, she heard something in the way it was given to where she wasn't given any kind of goots in this. It was more of like, you're an afterthought versus an initial thought, which yes, like, oh really, girl? Okay, bet. But bottom, I don't think she said that. However, the way this was done here, I was like, oh no, she already not feeling that bitch talking about who's supposed to be the top and my name ain't even included in this. And I'm clearly over here chewing, eating, and spitting on these hoes. And Zeta, I don't think you help with this at all. Because when I tell you, Michaela said, and first of all, bitch. I love you, McKay, because he was like, first of all, little girl, let's talk about it. You didn't think that I was there? I didn't say that. Well, you didn't necessarily say it either. You know what I mean? Like, as much as just like, I didn't say that. Okay, but you didn't say the other thing either. But you didn't say that thing. But she said that, and you didn't include this. So like, there was a way that could have been interpreted as you didn't see it for her. No shade. I wish I was in the room though, if I'm going to be honest, because that's the only way I would have really known what was going on, if you will. I'm watching an edited version of everything going down. So take it for what it was, but it did feel like it wasn't trying to put her down necessarily, but more so just didn't see it for her. Right? Right. Now, I love how Jaylene's like, let's clarify. Michaela did win this episode. So, mama. Well, I just want to say, yes, Michaela did win this episode. So, congratulations to Michaela. And Michaela's like, yes. And you know what? Ooh, DG. Hold on. Hold on. I like this. I think Uba was getting back at Michaela for that from the back comment during that lip sync. Ooh. And you know what? Uba has had to make that statement several times of you girls don't see it for me. And I've shown you several times I am a threat in the lip syncing department. Okay. I received that, y'all. Like, oh, actually, she did do that. What shit? Hey, like, yeah, that's got me thinking. Oh. Oh. Maybe Xana was right about her. Watch it be Xana was right this entire time and Uma's the real villain. I'm just kidding. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I'm sorry. Watch that be the T. I can't do it. But Jaylene and Michaela, after having that beautiful moment, again, this is such a full circle moment, I guess, for this Untucked going into the lip sync because Michaela's having to make decisions based off of people who have really real connections through either history, through bloodlines, if you will. Like you're talking about two different trans women who are icons in their own right from different generations that can see each other in this moment and all this, that, and the other. And I remember Jaylene saying something about, being receiving when you had someone so young that can see you and thinks of you as legendary and iconic, and all that kind of stuff. And Xana feeling a ways about being in this position, but like Xana, all key, you've wanted to see Michaela in the bottom so she could sweat. I'm so happy she didn't pick you. You have been talking nonstop whenever that girl gets close. I would love to see her in that position. Oh, it'd be good for my game, which I'm here for. Be a game player. However, now your fate was in her hands. Oh, delicious. Delicious, if you will. So I definitely wouldn't do that. Definitely wouldn't do it. And then Helena, I'm going to be honest with you. I would have probably, in my mind, the Gemini moon in me would want to save Jaylene. The Libra in me, out of fairness, would want to save Helena. Because Helena has had the better track record, and the other two have already been saved by the Golden Beaver. But I would have wanted to have seen Jaylene more because Jaylene always has something to offer, in my opinion, just from being there in their presence and even in their presentation. Also, speaking of which, that dress last week, shout out to Kiki Ko. I know you watching, bitch. Kiki hit me up the other week and told me she's the one that made Jaylene's dress last week. So that beautiful dress I was talking about, of course, came from Miss Kiki Ko. Shout out to Kiki. Love you, beach. But moving on from this and into the last parts of this episode, Michaela saves Helena, and we have Jaylene time versus Xana do. Not my favorite lip sync. It never will be. It's sad to see Jaylene have to perform, but it's also like she wasn't doing anything either. So I was like, ugh. And then Xana's offbeat the whole song and just walking and it's like, girl, it was not good. And the song deserved better. And I don't sense to disrespect these two. I needed some girls out there to buck. That is an up tempo number. Up tempo. There are several parts where they can stand, park, and bark, and then there are other parts where they gotta turn it, girl. Like that beat was bumping. I was like, yo, dog. Like, oh, when I tell you some 8 counts would have been thrown tonight. we'd have been Jay sitting on that stage, bitch. Do you hear me? Boom, boom. Wow. Like, there's no way I would have walked around on this song, in this number, and shouted in the sky. But it is what it is. I knew Jaylene was going home. I knew Xana as a force of sort of conflict in the storytelling of the season. It's not her time yet. And with Jaylene, she's given us so much. Is that what I said? I don't think that's what I said. I don't think I said up-tempo requires stunts. I said 8 counts in dancing. A stunt can be thrown, but J setting is not a stunt. No one said a stunt. Up-tempo requires some dancing, if you will. Sometimes girls park and bark an up-tempo number because they can, because they're legacy girls and they don't dance no more. But I'm telling you what I expect, not what you or anybody else or everybody expects. I'm telling you what I'm looking forward to. If I see the beat and it's oomch, oomch, I want that. I want the oomph. I want the dancing. I want the bucking. I want the tucking. I want the twirling. A stunt or two can be necessary, but I just want to see the girls dance. I also mentioned how there are parts of the song that they park and bark on. So again, that's where we're at with this. It's not just about that, but like I said, I gave a little context to the situation here. There was walking and there was pointing, and it wasn't fun. Now, Xana wins. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Go ahead, Xana. To me, you did do a better job. Jaylene. I have to go through a season without you, and I'm not happy. And I'm not okay, because you were bringing it to the runways, in my personal opinion. I enjoyed every bit of you this season. Is this like, didn't Kitty get eliminated? Like, wasn't Kitty eliminated in like girl groups, or was it like in the lip sync? It just it feels the same way. Like, I don't know. It just felt the same way as before. I was just like, oh, here we go. People who I really liked and enjoyed on the show, who was giving different perspectives and also from a different background and different age group, that did provide something that actually was interesting on television, getting cut early, and me wishing to see them stay to watch that story play out. I'd love it if one of my girls in the upper group would finally make it to a top 4, but it's not happening, and I want them to stop casting these girls. I'm not going to. Lip Sync SmackDown. Okay, I was like, it was one of them. It was something to do with movement. Something to do with movement. I send my love to Jaylene. I wish her nothing but the best. I thank her for everything she brought to the show. All of it. All of it. All of it. All of it. Oh, man. Everybody is saying she was sabotaged. I would love to hear your thoughts on that in the comment section. Do you think she was sabotaged? Do you think it just was her time to go? Who else could have gone home over her? Possibly. What do you feel about this week's episode? Was Michaela your winner? If she wasn't, who was? Anything else? I'd really, really love to know. AC, thank you for the tippy poo. Love you. Hope you have a great Christmas. Hope you have a great Christmas too, AC. I really do. Hope you have a good Christmas. But shout out to Jaylene, and damn, Canada, y'all bitches for doing excellent casting. Because now I get sick to my stomach when people go, and I'm like, well, damn. I was already sad that Sangina, had to leave. I get it. Some of the things weren't up to par, but my God, what a fucking awesome person who I just want to hear talk. I just want to see them do things and get better and watch the journey and the process. And Jaylene, fucking mother. To me, I'm going to say auntie. She's auntie for me. But yeah, I love it. So we'll see. Yes, these are my opinions. They don't reflect the opinions of every human being on the planet. We ask that you do not send hate to anybody that we talk about today, or shows, or individuals. But no, Jaylee, take care, love, and wishing you nothing but the best. But yes, That's a wrap for Canada. 5 more minutes. Empire today. And I had to mix together a commercial. Those are my thoughts on this week's episode of Canada's Drag Race. Give me your thoughts on this episode of Canada's Drag Race in the comment section. Apologies for, again, the trolling that took place earlier today in the live chat. I hate that there are people who are really have no other time on their hands but to disrupt our fun time and be nasty towards me thinking it's funny. And y'all have to see that and be like, what the fuck? Trust me, I've gotten the DMs from some of y'all like really on my side with it. Don't worry, I get it. It's the nature of being a YouTuber and, you know, people being around you that want to get in that kind of field. So yes, but it is what it is. So God bless those folks and I wish them luck on their mental health journey. Maddie, who do you think is going to be top 4 now? Michaela, Virgo, Perla, Uma. In my mind, I can see as top 4. Yes. Unpopular opinion, I think the girl group would have been more fun with Sanjina. Popular opinion, I think it would have been too. I know the verses would have been better. Oh, you know what? I forgot about, you know what? I would put Minnie as possibly a contender for top 4 too. I would. I'd put Minnie as a contender as well. Uma or Minnie are interchangeable. Ooh, I hope that's not misinterpreted. DW, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the show. Looking forward to Down Under. Down Under. Just for the reads, because why did they do what they did? I haven't seen it yet, so we'll see how that goes tomorrow. I'll be watching it in the morning, but thank you so much, DW. I appreciate the super chat. I need to get ready to head to game night. Finishing up my live now. If you want to catch my reaction to this episode, it's on Patreon for as low as $1 a month. It's already available for your consumption. So check it out. Again, all my links are in the About section of this channel. So if you want to find me on any of the social media platforms or say, like, again, Patreon and anything else, check it out over there. Also, affiliate partner with Paramount Plus, bookable on Cameo. I got a request that I need to get to soon. And thank you for those who have booked Cameos recently. I've been having a good time doing those Cameo videos. Shout out to everybody that's been buying merch too. Buy some more if you will. And yeah, I think that's all I have for the end of this as well. Hey, JB, I thought you had a question that you want to ask at the end of this. Did you still want to ask that question, or is it something that no longer is relevant anymore to the equation? Or maybe we answered it while the episode was going. I've got a few more minutes, but I'd love to hear it since now we're done. So what is the question that you have? Let's see here. Oh, child. But I'm not going to. Okay, so it's not, is it something that you feel would be negative? I mean, it's kind of deriving or asking of the attention of the audience now by doing so. Maybe I shouldn't be entertaining this now with you because it's going to be a lot of problem for you. Yes. You can say what you want to say. I'm not going to highlight the comment if it has something that is problematic in there. But if you, I guess, need to get something off of your chest, you can do that. I'm not sure if you want to admit something or what. I'm very confused. I don't know what this is, y'all, but I feel like I'm being trolled a little bit. High key in the top 4 with no wins is crazy. I mean, we've seen people win the show without wins, though, Josie. I know. Purple Eater, you have yourself a good night, too. Thank you, baby. DW, Tito, love you down. Love you so much. All that stuff. That's a good episode. I love that this is the only series besides the US that's really doing the same. I don't know. But then, JB, what is this, babe? This has, and please don't say you're from Europe and this is why, and there's this miscommunication. We've already done this. So what do you want to say? You're making this weird, and you could just say what you want to say. And if it's something that I don't like, I don't have to receive it, though. That's what you need to understand. So I'm being kind and courteous for someone who's been here since the beginning. I am not doing this. What? Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you so very much for being here today. Take care and have a good one. I can't. This dude, I cannot. I appreciate y'all so much. I'll be here tomorrow for Drag Race Down Under. Then we have the panel on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We'll have a talk. I think I'll be dropping some edited videos for like Thailand, and I'll be doing some other things for a few other videos. But yes, all that stuff. Yeah, I'm not that's turning into it's getting kind of weird. All right, so I'll see you for the other ones, and thank you so much. Okay, babe. I'm not doing this. Have a good one. Take care, everybody. Nothing but positive energy, and give yourselves a hug from me. I appreciate you so very much. I will see you for the next one. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Listen.